Hello, hello, hello. This is Dory with Cauldron of Crafty Creations, and I am back. I am super excited because I remembered that I had some shelves that I bought a couple of years ago to organize my craft stuff that I had not put together yet. And the plan was to put them in the craft room in the back of the house. But since I'm now crafting out in the living room, because the table in that back room is kind of my, whatchamacallit. The table in that back room has become my sewing table. And this table out in the kitchen, you know, some people would eat dinner here, not me. I do my journals and paper crafting. And, I'm a little out of breath because I'm excited and I've been working to get this organized because I couldn't wait to get on and make another video. So, I gotta get a drink of water. And I know you don't have anything particularly exciting to look at because I realized that I still hadn't brought over the tub of stuff for this current project. So let me get a few things out of here and we will get back to work on this Grandeur Art journal with the week 3 freebies from Line.Arrow. So, what's keeping you busy and occupied and happy today? Oh, I was so excited to remember about these shelves. And so I went and got one and got it all put together. So kind of a interesting tidbit about me. I actually love assembling furniture. So, you know, when I moved into this place, I bought a couple of things to, you know, over the years since I bought it. You know, I got this giant metal shelving unit for my craft room. And a friend had helped me move some stuff. And I said, hey, you want to help me put this together? And he goes, no, I got stuff to do. I got, you know, I got to go. And I said, okay, that's great. And I was like, okay, but I want to put this damn thing together. So went out and I start looking at it and I go, it says on it, like, warning, must be assembled by 2 people. Do not try to assemble this by yourself. And I was like, oh, so men need a second person to help them, but, you know, I'm going to do it by myself. Granted, this thing was really heavy. I was like, I don't care. I'm doing it myself. And I did it all by myself, and I was very proud of myself. So, I'm just checking. I'm trying to remember. I did not put those back in here. I'm wondering what happened to the ephemera that I made. Ouch, ouch, ouch. 2 videos ago. I made some journal cards and tags. And I set them aside because the glue was still wet. And they're not where I remember setting them. Oh, here we go. Here, I think I found them. Okay, I found these other things that I think will go with this journal. Okay, so here's the one, and that's got the grid graph paper on the back. Just slide that in here where it goes. Oh shoot, that tab's a little bit, oh yeah, it works, okay. And then where did this one go? This one go here? I think so. It works there, so we're gonna put it there. Pocket seems a little bit short. Glue got in there where it wasn't quite supposed to be. Come on, there you go. Okay, all right, so got that in there. Not sure where I'm gonna put the paper clip yet, so I'm just gonna put it on the cover for right now, which is probably not a great idea because it's just gonna add bulk and bumpiness. Okay, and then we had found a spot to put this. Let's see if I can figure out which spot we were going to use. Uh-oh, we got some pages glued together here. Oh, that book page pocket. The glue was still wet. Okay, so this looks like as good a place as any. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. This is a side tuck. So I'm gonna glue. I realized when I came back over here that when I stopped filming this morning, I forgot to close up this glue, so hopefully it didn't dry out. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, good. Good, good, good. This one doesn't dry out as fast as the Fabrifix and the Art Glitter Glue, which is good when you're kind of have a bit of a space cadet situation and you're trying to forget things quite easily, like me. I just get excited and distracted and forget certain things, so. All right, so we've got this, except that I forgot to cut open the top. Maybe it doesn't need pockets. Maybe top loading pockets. Maybe we'll just keep it like this. Thinking I want to either, do I want to stencil or do I want to cover it? Next to her, you know what? I think this book page would look good next to her. So let's cover it with that. The other thing, okay, so I've been asking St. Anthony, you know, the guardian of, the saint of last things, been asking where the heck these scissors are for like a week now. And wouldn't you know, when I was clearing stuff off the table, I found them and I was so excited. Last time I remember seeing them, they were in the craft room in the back and they were not where I thought they would be back there. So, very excited to see those. And I just saw those now as I went to reach for my pencil to mark this so I can cut it. And I hope you've got a good view. I was able to move over to the right side of the table instead of the left side of the table. So, still have quite a bit of stuff at the top, and I hope you're not getting too much of a view of that, but if you are, that's life. I know a lot of other crafters have messy craft tables. That's kind of a thing when you got all the supplies. You know, and you organize it, but then as soon as you start using them again, they get messy. And I did not fully organize everything because I was too excited to get on here and film. It's like, I want to work on a project. I don't want to be cleaning and organizing. So I've got one tub that I know what's in it, and it's, well, no, okay, I have a couple of tubs in there that have stuff that I know what's in them, and they're, you know, organized enough. And then I have another tub that's just a whole bunch of stuff that really needs to be gone through. And a lot of it is just stuff that goes with the Christmas journal that I'm still making, because when your mom dies in November, it's a little difficult to finish a Christmas craft project on time for Christmas. So luckily, I've got people who understand that and are not stressed about their daughter getting her Christmas gift on time. So that's good. It'll be special whenever she gets it. So it is Monday, so I might do it as a Merry Monday. I know that's Lorette Chandler does Merry Mondays all year long, so that by the time you get to Christmas, you've got a good stash of things. Okay, so I'm going to make a little tab. I'm looking to see if this is wide enough, and it looks like it's going to be close. It's not, won't work that, but it works that way. Excellent. All right, so I'm going to fold it with the music page out, and we're going to put that on here so that it's clear that comes out, and I might put a Velcro dot to hold that closed. I'm not sure yet. Not sure yet. We shall see. Oh, so I've got the one shelf put together. I actually have another one, and I think it's just the right size that I could fit the second one on here as well. But I was too excited to get to crafting, so I will have to put that together, the other one together later. I could do a magnet. The magnets I have are not very strong, but if I just put them right on top where you see the magnets, it should work just fine. They're in the other room and I'm not worried about finishing that right now anyway. So that's not on there straight. I don't know if it's not folded straight because it looks like it's pretty straight over here, but it's not straight over here. So, oh well. It's just paper and glue. Okay, so I think instead of making pockets on the top, I'm going to make some pockets that things can go in on here, and then this will open out this way as well. And I don't know if you can see all that when I open it. The one disadvantage to having this setup is that the camera is higher, so it's not as easy to just kind of peek and see what you guys see in the frame. But I think you can see quite a bit more, which I do like. And so, let's see, I think I'm going to cut this and glue this on here. Just a little decoration. Oh, my fridge is so loud. I don't know what the heck its deal is. Can you hear that? Ugh, it drives me nuts. I don't know. I have issues with noises. Oh, I think these tags might work perfectly for this. I didn't even think of that. That might not work for that one. I think it's gonna work for these two. Let's see, is it too tall to go here? No, that'll work too. Awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna get 3 of those and decorate those for that. And I don't know that I'll put jute in them. Maybe I'll put a little lace, staple a little lace on them since I found my stapler. Okay, so put this away. Be good. Clean as you go, as my Aunt Michelle likes to say. And I think I'm going to punch a circle out of this. And what else do we have here? I have some of this book page. I just folded it over, and I'm going to punch a circle out of that. So that means 2 circles out of that. And then, what else? I've got some, that'll make a good tag because that's cardstock with paper on the back of it. So that'll make some good tags to put elsewhere. So I'm not going to use that for decoration. Let's see. Got some more of this paper from the digital kit, the freebies. So, do I want to just do a bunch of circles? I love circles. I just do. I love punches too. Punches make life nice and easy because they're very simple and quick and easy to do. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have been doing so much, and actually, that looks cool, kind of. I'm gonna use that maybe on this. I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside. But I'm gonna put a clip on it like this, so I keep the 2 pieces together, so I remember I want to use those together. Okay, and then I found this other box of labels that I had cut out, and these are the butterfly prints, text, etc. from Digi and SVG Designs for You. And I also have some vintage script postcard labels designed by Digital and SVG Designs for You. So these are all by them. So these labels we can use as well. And they've got some butterflies and fun stuff. And I think they'll go really, really well with this kit. In fact, I might put this guy right here. What do you know? It's another circle. Okay. And then I'll use some of that fun washi tape we've been using as well. Okay, so let's see. We've got some circles. We might cut something out of this. Got some labels. Let's do some tags. I am going to move the journal so I don't accidentally glue something to the journal when I don't want glued on there. And, all right, move that out of the way. Okay, so let's do something with these. I did move this around so that I know if I'm on this craft mat, you can see what I'm doing. So that's how I'm kind of keeping myself. So I might do, wait, did I have, what happened to the yellow? Oh, I only have one of those. Okay, I might have to do another one. So I think I'm gonna do 3 circles, and then I'm gonna do a label. It's not a circle. So, and I might spread those out a little bit more. What do I want on top? I think I want the green on top. Oh, my tummy's growling. I have to figure out some breakfast. Oh, I've got bananas. Banana. I have apples and bananas. Maybe I'll have an apple and a banana for breakfast. Then I need to get to work making my soup. Because cooking it with dried beans, which are going to need to cook for a while. Okay, let's see. Let's pull out a few labels. Plop them on the table here and see what we think. Thinking, ooh, maybe a triangle. Do I like that? And I think I like that. Okay. Well, that one was easy. Quick and easy. And I might do one of them with, okay, where are those other stamps? Where's the rest of this box? Because it has some that are individual stickers instead of the strips. And don't fall over backwards while you're looking around, or that would not be good. Okay, it's got to be like right here in front of me. Oh, man. Unless it's right here behind me. I don't think it's behind me. I think it should be right around. How in the world did I manage to lose that box? I just had it. It's so frustrating. I have to get that other shelf put together and my stuff even more organized. I don't know where it went. Under this tub. No wonder I didn't know where it is. Hiding under something. It no longer exists to Dory. I thought, like, I don't know, that object impermanence, like toddlers where, you know, if they can't see it, it doesn't exist. I feel like I have that. I feel like there's so many times that things have happened where I just didn't realize that something was. Okay, I think we might use some of these. So, I like that stamp. The bicycle, although I don't know if that's going to show up that well. That's not going to show up very well on craft cardstock, so I'm going to do this pink one instead, which was also had my eye. Because I love the pinks. I love the pinks. Just do. Okay, now getting this off of here might be fun. And it might not be so fun. And I'm going to use, I'm sitting here trying to get that off. I realized I had something else I could use on here. Oh good, the last word on here is bipolar. Huh. Great word to have in here, but I mean it's kind of appropriate since I have bipolar disorder, which is, anyway. Okay. So back to trying to pry this apart. I'm trying to see, I don't know what happened to my pokey tool. It was in, yeah, that's not pokey on either end. It's just, oh, I think No. I've got the frame that goes around it. And I think I might use the frame that goes around it on this other one here. Let's see what that does. That might be kind of fun to have a frame and then put a label in there or something. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. It's a little bit wonky. But we're going to leave it a little bit wonky. It's a grunge album, right? Okay, so now it should be easier to get this piece off of here. Now that we've gotten the piece that goes around off. Okay. And then I'm going to do that at an angle. And I think that's good just the way it is. I don't know that it needs anything else, guys. I love it when things are simple like that and just come together and look nice. So I'm gonna go with that. And then it's like, wait, I put something on there and it just disappeared. I think I might do this and wrap it around, but do I want to go that way or this way? If I go this way, I could cover up that part that's kind of messed up. Let's do that. No, I think I want the part that's kind of messed up. I think that's kind of... Okay, so I'm going to put some glue there. Put some in here. And then just wrap this other piece around. Glue it to the back. And now I need to look for some bits of lace to put on the top of these because I don't want to put jute in those. I'm not really sure why I don't. I just don't. Okay, this could become... That could have been a really bad idea, but it worked out, so yay. Okay. Is this all the same or are there different? No, there are different ones. Okay, so I want this smaller one. Cut a length of that, and then I'll cut a few smaller ones out of that bigger one. Okay. So, let's see. Let's try and decide how long I want each of them. We're just gonna guesstimate. I'm gonna fold it like this. Oh, it's gonna hide. I think that's too big. That's too big for these little bitty tags. So I'm gonna do this. I'm going to cut it in half. There. That's better. Okay, so there's one. Staple that in place. Oh, that staple wasn't quite in the right spot. There we go. That's better. Well, that's just going to have two staples. And then I'll use this one on here. And I might do something different on the third one, so it's not all three the same thing going on. So you've got two with that. And then maybe I'll do the jute for the third one. Let's see. Is that what I want to do, or do I want to do something else? Sorry if that crinkling is obnoxious. Okay, let's see here. Where's the end? There's the end. Yeah, we'll just do jute for the third one. So, are you crafting today? Anything exciting going on in your world? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Love to get to know you. If you have a YouTube channel, let us know so we can come and follow you too. I'm excited to finally have a YouTube channel. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a while, and so it's nice to see it finally come into reality. And I don't think, none of those seem to be sticky. So let me go ahead and pop them in to the pockets. one needs a little bit better stick, which is now going to make it, sticky. Make a liar out of me. Just put a teeny bit there, and that didn't make it sticky, so good. Nope, I want the one with the jute twine in the middle. I'll do this one on the top, and with the pink on the bottom. You can't really see much of the pink. Okay, so we'll do that. And then I think I'm going to use these together to make a card to go in here. So let's see how tall. I had to glue lower on here because it seemed like it was quite a bit longer than the page, but I glued lower than I needed to. So, oops, Daisy. All right. So we're going to go about at the top of that. Not those scissors, but the longer scissors, and see if we can make it straight. Well, yeah, because we'll cut right on this line. Then I should be able to cut a straight line. All right. Yeah, that's going to be great. We'll put, not this whole thing, but we'll put part of it on here. I'm going to glue it down and then trim it off. So I think it's kind of fun to use, you know, the pieces that you punched out of. And I'm putting it on the left side because I want to cover that spot where there aren't any music notes. So that's my reasoning on that. I think it's fun to use the page that you had punched out of. We're going to line it up along that side. I think it just adds kind of a fun element, and it allows us to use something and keep it out of the landfill, which I am all about. And then I think I might put a label on here. Let's see, what do we want? Oh, this guy. Maybe not. No. I don't know if any of these are quite right. Tuck it under that. Can't really tell which direction that's supposed to go, and then wrap it around. Actually, let's use it, instead of that, let's use it as a tab on the side to pull it out of that pocket with. There's an idea. Oh, okay, that's a, yeah. All right. Hadn't noticed that shape on there was a butterfly. I wasn't really looking at that closely. Okay, so we'll do that. And I think I'm going to just go with that. And that's kind of a simple, nice little tag. You can do some journaling on the back. It's going to slide right in there. And because of that tab, it's nice and easy to see that it comes out. So we'll do that. This is flapping away. So I think I'm going to do a magnet, because I'll just do this, you know, with the grunge album, it doesn't really matter as much if you put the magnets where they're going to show. So I think that kind of adds to the grunge. But again, those are in the living room, so I will do that a little bit later. I like how this has that hanging over the top. I might thinking about rounding the corners on that. No, I don't think it'll work. Never mind. Okay. I mean, I could do it by hand. I might want to decorate something on here. It's getting quite chunky, my friends. Quite the chunky monkey. So, don't imagine that's, yeah, I will make a closure of some sort to be able to help us contain it, but I'm good with chunky monkey journals. I like them big like this. Oh, that's got all those clipped together. Okay, I might leave this. Oh, that's got a pocket. So let's make a tag. I like this for a tag. Look at that. And I can use most of it. So let's put that. Let's back it with some cardstock. Let's see. Lots kinds of cardstock. I could do coffee dyed paper, but I don't think that's quite thick enough. And you know what? I might just use this music paper. I know that then makes it not something you can write on, but I'm okay with that. And I'm going to use the top part of it instead of the bottom part because I want that green on there. Lighter green. So I'm just going to glue the whole thing down and trim around it, and then we'll see how long we need to trim it, to cut it. So, oh, I'm having so much fun. And you know, I gotta say, since I've been spending so much time working on my craft projects this last week, I am in such a better mood, and I'm having a much easier time dealing with losing my mom. And I know that grief will come in waves, and I know that there will be periods when it gets bad again, and I'm, you know, go through harder times. But I'm doing really, really well right now, and I know that it's the crafting, because I've long known that creative expression is just, it's so healing. Now, do we know where the bone folder ended up in the move? The reorganization project. I don't believe I kept it out. Oh, there it is. Yay. Yay, Dory. Kept it. Okay, so let's trim that off. I could use the paper cutter, but I'm going to be stubborn and just use my scissors. And I'm going to stick it in upside down just to see how tall I want it. I think we're going to go right, no, up here. Okay, I'm going to cut it on this line right here, and I'm just going to use my scissors again. It's not straight, it's not straight. It's meant to be. Okay, and then I'm going to trim where there's white showing. Actually, instead of doing all that trimming, I'm going to ink it. Ink-a-dink-a-doo. Where did my walnut stem go? There's that. There's the dauber. Nice. Okay. Love it when things are that easy. Oh. That's a question that I will ask the universe when I'm having trouble with something. What would this look like if it was easy? And you know what? Things show up. People show up to help make it easy when you ask like that. Okay. I'm going to use my fun scallop, which I remembered as I was doing the top, that I would like to scallop punch the top before I ink it. And then I think I'm going to round the corners on the bottom, just for something different. And that one didn't punch very nicely. So just a little something, so we're just gonna trim that off. Okay, I've got a perfect spot for those at the moment, although that spot's going to change when I put my other shelf up, so we'll figure something out. All right, so let's go back to inking. Yeah, so when we ask the universe, God, spirit, creator, whatever you call that loving energy force, when we ask questions like that, answers show up. What could this look like if it was easy? I don't think that tag needs anything except for a tag topper. A little thingy on here. Get that off. Ooh, okay. So I don't really think it needs decoration. I mean, I like that. This collage paper is really fun. And I think I might go with this wider lace for this one. Oh, that's really wide. Well, we'll cut it in half. Because I like it. And I know I'm cutting it off camera, but you'll see it in just a second. And see a little white spot that I need to come back and ink, and I think I need to ink the back too. I'm new to this inking thing, so I don't know. I don't want that like that. There we go. All right, just like that. So, new to the inking thing. I gotta get my inking groove on here. And I didn't do that before I put the topper on. Just then it would have been best, but gonna make it work. And you could write over this. It's not, you know, it's kind of faded, muted. So you could write over it. You could put a piece of deli paper over it and write over it. If my sewing machine was working, I would put deli paper on it and sew around it. Or sew around it without deli paper. But I have 3 sewing machines and a serger, and none of the sewing machines are working. Serger, last time I used it, was working. But I use that to make clothes, and it's not the look that I really want either. So I'm not going to use it for this. I do want to decorate the bottom here. I also would like to find the lid to my glue so that it doesn't dry out, but I don't see it at the moment. I'm going to trust that it's going to show up soon. Okay, so I want to decorate this. I'm going to make sure, is that in? Okay. Oh, man. Okay, so let's look. I don't want more of that, I don't think. I might do this label and this letter. If they just happen to be together, and I think I like that, but I think I might put a piece of lace behind them. Let's see. There's the whiter lace. There's like, I don't know, several different kinds of lace all in this one bag, which is cool. I mean, cool with that. I want to find a piece to pull off. I gotta get my cheesecloth back in the craft room. That would be a good thing to have out here too. So I'm just gonna put some glue down. So it seems that this tacky glue is working just fine for the lace. So that's good news. And I think I'm gonna make a writing board to go with this journal, just because it is so chunky and has so many things that have dimension that it really could use a writing board so that you can have a flat surface to write when you journal in it. So we'll do that in another video. I wanted it more overlapping like that. Okay, and now that glue's wet, so we're gonna let that sit for a minute while I decide what I want to do next. I know I've got some other spots that need tags, I think. Yep, this needs 2 tags that'll go in sideways. So I'm going to look for cardstock digital page in my folder over here. Use this music paper. Let's see what else do we have. Ledger. That's on paper. This one's on card. So maybe I'm gonna make one out of this and one out of it. No, I've got some over there. Oh, I'm moving up. I've got some that's already here, that's already cut out, that I can use to make one. So I'm going to set this aside. Get my, yeah, see, I've got some different pieces here that could work for another one. Okay, so I'm gonna get my trimmer out, trim off these white edges. It's not gonna work to stick that arm out. There's not room for it. Oh, I've got stuff everywhere, but we've taken a step in the right direction for organization, and that is awesome. so either later today or sometime this week, I will put that other shelf together. Clean off the other side of the table. That will work great. I think it's literally almost going to be exactly the right width with those two shelves next to each other. So I have one of my not working sewing machines up on the table because I thought I might be able to use it. I was looking for something taller to clip the camera to, the camera holder, and I thought that might work, but it didn't. So let's see. Where did that page I was going to put pockets on go? Measure the size for those. Oh, I guess it's the other direction. Okay, that's the big one. Okay, so I think I'll make a big one out of this too. All right, let's see. So we want to go about... Dory, you got to remember to put your pencil away. So we're going to go... That might be a little bit wide, but we're going to go there. And then we're going to go here. Trim that off. You gotta remember to put the pencil in the cup so that you know where it is every time you need it. Put that back in the cup too. The cup is kind of tight quarters. I might need to take, well, because it's got my awl in there and it's short enough that it goes down to where the whole bulb that's on the top of that awl ends up being... Yeah, that's great. It sticks out just a tiny bit, but that's okay. I'm good with that. And I'm going to do my favorite. Actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to do the stub. I'm going to make it look like a giant ticket. Ticket stub punch. And I will decorate this because that's, you know, kind of blah. So... And then I want to put a tab on the side of it. I really like the tabs with the scallop punch. So, let's see. Should I use... This is kind of perfect. Don't need the whole thing. I don't need it quite that wide. In fact, I'll cut it kind of in half. And that way I can make... Now I want it a little bit longer than half. Okay. So I'm going to fold that in half. It won't matter that it doesn't line up because you're not going to see both sides of it. And then I'm going to use the scallop punch. And it makes just a perfect little side tag. Except that it's not quite even. How it's... Oh, crunch! That doesn't work right. Well, I guess it's becoming a little bit shorter of a tab. There we go. That'll work. That'll work. Okay. So this can go in the garbage. And then we can glue that. Oh, goodness. All right. So we've got a tab. Now let's do some decorating. What do we want to use? Let's see. I'll check my time on this video. We are at, oh my gosh, 44 minutes and 42 seconds. 44. 42, 44, 44. Repeating fours have always been my grandma's message to my mom and I that she was with us. And so now it's both my mom and my grandma's message that they are with me. So love those repeating 4s. Let's see, I might do something with this. What other pieces do I have? Move these out of the way, and that's probably not a great idea because they're not straight up announcing my phone. Okay, let's look in here. Let's do a little bit of this. Let's do some pewter bits on here. Doing it like this rather than spraying it because I don't really want like the circle pattern that comes out when you spray it. So we'll do that. And then maybe I'll build a cluster. Where? Oh, right there. So I'm gonna use this guy. And I want to punch something with this. Maybe I'll make that part of the cluster. Maybe I'll make a bigger. So let's make this like a ticket too. So do that. And then we'll put that on there. Like that. Honestly, I think I like just like that. I think that looks really good. And then we'll put that on top of this other page, and I think that'll be good. I could make an even bigger one. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make an even bigger one behind it with a book page. I'm not gonna use Treasure Island this time. I'm going to use The Man of the Box. The Man on the Box by Harold McGrath. I'm gonna use a page out of this. And I'm going to cut a shape that is a little bit larger than that. Except that I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to tear it. So let's see. And I don't want, so I'm going to take off the top. I'll leave the sides in order to make it the right width. Take that top off of there. And then I want it to be about here. I'll do that. And that's not going to be straight, and I'm totally cool with that. And then this is going to go on top of this. Oh, that's going to end up being, I don't know if I like it with just plain book page that doesn't have writing on it. So maybe I'll use this library page out of this library book instead, since it is lighter. And I want to make it about this size. I'm just going to use this as, actually first I'm going to take off the edge that doesn't have writing on it, and I'm just going to cut it with my scissors this time. I don't care if it's perfectly straight. I'll save that because I can stamp on it, make it something cool. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut this about the size of this guy. Alright, save this book page for something else. And then I want it punched like the ticket stub, but I don't want to do it. I need something else with it, so that, because this paper is so thin, the chomper can't get a hold of it. And so I'm just putting it on a piece of cardstock and chomping the cardstock along with it. And that will allow me to get the look that I want with the book page, and then it'll turn the cardstock into a big ticket too. So, a win-win-win. Whew, that is not straight at all, and I am not going to worry about it. Okay. All about imperfection in crafting. Makes it just perfect. Okay, so just like that, I am going to go ahead and ink all the pages, you guys. I'm becoming an inker. Oh. Wondering, I thought I had vintage photo too. I know I have vintage photo too because I know that I have other things that I've inked that are not nearly this dark. And they were in a box of things that were of craft stuff that I had kept at my mom's because I like to work on my craft stuff when I was hanging out with her sometimes. And so that ink may be in other stuff that was at her house. I know I didn't see it when we were cleaning out her house, and well, I guess I shouldn't say I'm sure, but I don't think anybody else would have thrown it away. But I guess there's never a guarantee on that. May not have known what it was or how important it would be to me, which is not the end of the world. If I don't have vintage photo for a while, I don't have vintage photo for a while, and I can always get another one if there's a time when I really, really want it. But I'm not that picky. Okay, so to ink this, I'm actually going to use the other part of this because it's so flimsy that doing it like that is going to be hard. Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, I guess it's not that bad. It's a little loud. Hopefully it doesn't hurt your ears. Okay, that's working all right after all. So, watched any good movies lately? My family was talking about yesterday on the family Zoom chat. They were talking about the movie Spare Parts. It's about a robotics team, and it's on Amazon Prime. And I went to try to watch it yesterday, and Prime was not working for me. It just kept saying that it couldn't play the video and blah blah blah. Okay, and I'm gonna just ink this up a little bit more kind of randomly, and I guess I really just need to go around the edges because most of it's gonna be covered. And I just realized I think this is whiter than the tag it's supposed to go. Yep. Alright, so I guess we're gonna make this a little bit narrower. Oh boy. Silly one. I'll keep that piece because that's a nice inked up book page. Alright, and so now I gotta do the stub punch again. We're gonna see what it looks like on it. No, we're not gonna do an envelope. That's not what I wanted on. I guess we'll do it on this piece of card. And I can always cut it off if I decide I don't want the stub end on here. Or I can just, oops, accept that it has the stub end and use it the way it is. We will see. All right, so that will fit on there now. Kind of, I guess I could have just wrapped it around, but I didn't think of it, so I'll do this. All right, and that's just plain boring white on the back, so I might, probably gonna ink it up. Not into plain boring white paper, that is. I mean, plain boring white, I'm just not into. Anyway, where did the other piece? Okay, there it is. Okay, so gonna do it right here. So we'll glue this down, and now you could make a pocket or a tack out of this. I'm not going to, especially not with the dictionary page, but like with the next piece you could, but I'm not going to. This journal is already super chunky. It doesn't need a pocket on top of this journaling card to add to that. This is on really nice, nicer than just plain copy paper. I don't remember the weight on it. I could look. I'll have to check and see. HP, and I get a case of it on Amazon every so often, and it's really, really nice. It's a little bit heavier, a little bit smoother. I want to put it right side up. Just maybe. Ooh, I like that. I like that layered look. Okay, cool. So that is ready, except I am going to, I could do, okay, so I'm going to gently ink, and then I'm going to do a green leaves stencil on the back of this. And I don't really want those circles, because it doesn't really matter. They're not wanting to go away, so it's going to be what it's going to be. Did I ink the front? I have not inked this all yet. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I tried to watch spare parts, and Amazon just kept saying that it was having trouble loading the video, and so I'm gonna have to figure out why. I haven't tried to watch anything on Amazon Prime for a while, but I do have an Amazon Prime account. Okay, this one is a shallow ticket. That stub punch didn't go quite right there, so I'll repunch it. And ink-a-dink-a-doo. All right, and now we'll ink the front. Oh, my neck and shoulder are getting kind of sore. I think we'll finish this card, and then we'll take a break. It's almost 10. I have therapy at 11, so I may decide to do another video, but I think I actually might go do my workout video instead. Workout in, because that'll help my neck and back feel a little better. Neck and shoulder feel better. I'm just getting kind of tired from working on this, and it's frustrating because I just want to keep going, and my body's like, nope. So I will listen. And like, where did my journal go? I don't see it anywhere. And then I realized that it's in this drawer that I have a bunch of stuff on in that is over to the side of me. It used to be up on top, but I moved it down there so that I could look through this stuff a little better. So I've got a bunch of ephemera from the freebie kit from the line dot arrow over to the left of me. And so I had that. Yeah, and I'm cool with that tab sticking out a little bit. I like that. And we may find another spot to let a tag. Oh, wait. Before I finish up with that, I wanted to do a leaf on the back of here. If I can find the green. Oh, that's right. I put it in this tub. Ha. Not tub, but little spot. Okay. So we're going to switch to the green one. And so I had the idea. Pam at the Paper Outpost uses like old wooden spools from thread and has her little inkers on different ones of those. And so I had the idea. I have been trying for years to figure out something I could do to reuse prescription bottles, because it bugs me that I have to throw all this plastic in the garbage. And so I think I might take prescription bottles, cover them with pretty paper, and then put the different ink things on them, glue them on, and then I'll have a whole bunch of different daubers and I won't have to swap them out. So I haven't done it yet, but that's kind of a thought that I had that might be kind of, I'll try one first and see if I like having the bigger, instead of having the thinner handle that this has. But I thought of that when, after seeing Pam's video, I was like, oh, that's something I could use some of these doggone prescription bottles for, because it bugs me to have to put all that plastic in the landfills. So that's one of the things I love about journaling, is being able to use things that would normally go into the garbage and make beautiful art with them. And I know I haven't really used much in this video or in this series, so you may not have seen me use any yet, but I definitely use junk mail and you know, envelopes and different things. I use like the Costco connection and other things that come in the mail, catalogs and stuff that I'm not gonna, you know, that I have no use for and that would just go straight in the garbage, and I use those for whatchamacallit, for inking, or for gluing, not inking. Well, I might use them for inking too. And I am just, that is a little bit bright. Whoops. Don't want to do it with the Velcro. Probably a good idea to put the brown foam back on here. And so I'm just going to do a little bit more walnut stain over the top to kind of take that down so it's not quite so bright. It's still quite bright. Writing. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. You could still write over it if you want to. Or you could just have it as a whatever. And I still don't know for sure what I'm doing with this journal. I don't know if I'm keeping it for myself and doing something, or if I might, I may give it away, I may sell it. Haven't decided for sure. Okay, so that's in there like that. And this piece, well, these two pieces are part of the same page. So they kind of go with it, but they're not the same part of that page. My nose itches and I'm worried that I'm getting ink all over my face. So, okay, so next video we'll make some tags for this. That's what we're gonna do for this one. Look at my gator mouth. My gator mouth grunge journal. We will do some sort of closure to help kind of contain it, but I love it. I love that it's chunky. I really like that. So, and it is just that one signature. Oh, I'm like, why is this page glued? It's not glued. It's in the paper clip is just holding a bunch of pages together. And that has kind of caught me off guard a couple of different times now. So we'll pull it and put it just on the cover for now. And we'll do something to decorate the cover eventually as well. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you do something today that sets your soul on fire and brings you joy, and that you follow your bliss. See you next time.